Well, it is noon, and I think we might have just a couple more joining us. As I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a relatively small group today, but to all of you, welcome to Group 29. I am so excited for all of you for the journey you have been on so far and what we're going to do moving forward this next year to prepare you to be the best district governor in your district ever. As I watch Mine, I'm reminded that I speak very fast normally. I will try to slow down, and I'm going to ask all of you to try to slow down as well, as we have a lot of people that on our call that are not native English speakers. So they're trying to translate and come at it from a second language at the same time. So please do try to slow down. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to have a great year. We're going to work hard and we're going to have fun coming together to make your year as district governor the most successful possible. And as we look at this year, your job this year is really in preparation. But first, it's to support your current district governor team. You are all integral members of your district cabinet and of your district executive team right now. And to continue supporting International President Brian Sheehan's theme of Together We Can. And this all happening at the same time while you're planning and building on this year's successes to make next year an even more successful year. So it's going to be a big year this year. Let me show you something that I find to be rather inspiring as we look at where we're going with the world today. I dropped out, so I needed to. So for how many of you do you recognize this as hula hooping? Show of hands, raise your hands. Because in the early 50s and 60s, a simple plastic tube became this huge worldwide sensation with kids of all ages jumping in on the fad. Oh yeah, there you go. But let's fast forward to today. The hula hoop in this video doesn't look much different, but has changed dramatically in the technology and its use. You know, I believe Lionism and hula hooping have a lot in common. Some of our clubs are stuck in a time warp, like that 1950s video. We're still functioning like we did decades ago with the same projects and fundraisers and same trappings. Or even worse, are those clubs that haven't kept the trappings and are no longer living up to our motto of we serve. These are the clubs that are dying on the vine and aging out. Other clubs have embraced serving in different ways. Sorry, Bruce just came back in. And they're actively looking to partner and remove hurdles serving as a lion. Like those young hula hoop artists we just saw, these clubs are embracing new service and serving in exciting and new ways. And by doing so, they're attracting new members of all ages from all walks of life. So throughout this Lions year, you're going to be working to build your team, embrace a vision, and create a plan that's going to help your district leadership inspire all of your clubs to move forward from operating in a time warp to embracing today's volunteer. And then at the end of the year, you're all going to be able to celebrate together the celebration of all of the work you've done and the success you've seen by allowing your clubs to serve more and do more. So today we've got some goals. We're going to get to know each other a little bit. We're going to review this year's training plan, and then we're going to decide how we're going to meet and interact going forward. We will do our best to answer all your questions. We've got a team of GAT leaders, and we'll talk about that in a moment, along with myself and others on the call to take your questions and answer them as best we can at this time. And here's something I always forget, by the way. We're going to take a picture of this amazing Group 29. And so I don't forget, let's do it right now. Hey, Richard. GAT area Global Action Team Leader Richard Stevenson does the best job of taking photos of anyone on the planet of groups like this. So Richard, would you lead us and take a photo of the group for us?
I will do that. I'll be happy to do that. First of all, everyone has to be beautiful and happy, but you're already there. So are we ready? Makeup. All we got to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the camera ready. And I got to move it around because I wasn't prepared as always. And now I'm going to say, is everyone ready? Look at your camera, not at the screen. And we're ready. Now I'm going to do it again because Jody was fooling around. So here we go. Are you ready? Thank you so much.
Richard, that always makes me smile, and it always will make me smile. Thank you for doing that for us. That is awesome. All righty, so let's just run through a few meeting logistics. Quick question: how many of you feel comfortable working in Zoom? Pretty much most of the group. If you do have some challenges, we will go through and we'll walk through those later. I can work with you one-on-one, but I do hope you have a pen and paper handy or a file open that you're going to be able to take some notes with. You all also have the ability to mute and unmute yourselves at any time. And I can't stress this enough. There is no such thing as a dumb question. If you're wondering about something, odds are someone else is wondering about it too. So please do ask so we can all learn together and learn from one another. There are 3 ways we can ask on this call today. You can, number 1, unmute yourselves whenever you'd like to ask. You can go ahead and raise your hand. Physically, if you do it this way, I may not see you, but if you use the hand raising function in Zoom, it brings you to the top of the screen so I can see you very quickly. That is under the More button, the 3 dots and More. And when you click on that, down towards the bottom, there's something called Reactions. And Reactions is where you can share your thumbs up, you raise your hand. There you go. Drew got his hand raised for us and showed us how that works. Or you can drop it into the chat. Fair warning, I will not be able to see a lot of things going on while I'm sharing a screen. So you will need to jump in and ask questions verbally at that point in time. So any questions on what we're doing and how this is going to work today?
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
This is Denise from 6 Northeast, Colorado, USA. If you accidentally click someplace else and all of a sudden I'm back on launch meeting, but I can still hear you, what's the easiest and best way to get back to the whole thing?
At the bottom of your, I'm guessing, we're gonna play a little guessing game here because I'm not sure what you're operating on. But if you go down, do you have at the bottom of your screen, do you have a whole bunch of icons, little pictures?
Yeah, but not to Zoom. It just says launch meeting at the bottom.
At the bottom, at the very bottom of your monitor, there's a screen. There's not just icons in general that are open.
Just my regular laptop icons. Wait a minute, let me try something. If not, I'll come back in.
All right.
There we
I'll
go.
watch for you.
Launch meeting. Just clicked on launch meeting.
Denise, are you able to see us now? Because we're going to do a little game.
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Fantastic. Any other questions before we get started on introducing one another? I don't see any, so we're going to go forward. All right. For those of you who have been at the Burmester Virtual Bar, what we're going to do next is not going to look that unusual for you. We use this application called Wheel of Names in order to be able to randomly select people. And Wheel of Names is a free product. By the way, my computer crashed apparently a moment ago, so I have to myself go back and reshare something. Wheel of Names is a product that is free to anyone in the world to use and allows you to share and do random drawings. Here we go. Hopefully you're all seeing my screen now. And to do random drawings of anyone on your call to do an online fun event. So we are going to play this little game and get to know one another. And this portion of our introductions is only for the, oops, I'm sharing the wrong thing. I knew I got distracted here, apologies. Let's talk about our group first. So it's important to know that we truly are global. We have a total of 27 district governor-elects that are assigned to our group 29. 5 of them are not yet named. We have governors from Turkey, South Africa, Slovakia, Republic of Georgia, United Arab Emirates, Canada, and the United States. As I mentioned before the call, that covers almost for a full 12-hour time span in difference. And we've got about half of you here with us today, so we are going to start sharing with each other. And let me go now back and share Wheel of Names with you. Something happened when my computer rebooted and everything is all scrambled, so I apologize for the slight disconnect here. So now let's go to Wheel of Names. This awesome product I use all the time. And what we're going to do is when it's your turn, please share your name, where you're from, and something fun about yourself that'll help us remember everything. And also, if you can pronounce your name cleanly, it would help so that those of us who are not good at pronunciations can hopefully call you by your right name. So when it's your turn, I'm going to give you an example. I am Jody Burmester, and I live in Madison, Wisconsin, which is 2 hours north of our headquarters in Oak Brook, Illinois. My fun fact is I starred in my first play production when I was 12 years old, and I played a character called Princess Happy. My best friend was a penguin called Muffles, and it was a really great learning experience for me and helped me become a relatively gregarious and outgoing individual. So that's how we're going to play the game. I'm going to spin the wheel and see which of you we've got. I don't think Jaroslav is yet today. Richard, are you able to tell me if, I don't think he had logged in when I was last there.
Did not notice him.
Okay, we'll just remove that one and we'll start again. I know Diane is with us. Diane?
Boy,
You get to, hold on, let me get to you so we can put you up and spotlight you so everyone gets to see you. All right, Diane, your turn.
I'm Diane Christian from Parker, Colorado, USA. Multiple District 6, District 6C, which is Central Colorado. We have 4 districts in Colorado. I'm a retired critical care nurse and critical care nurse instructor. I grew up in Germany from the time I was 6 till I was 14, and then moved back to the States. Learned to ski in Germany, and as a teenager, when we moved back to the States, we moved to Las Vegas. Well, not too much skiing in Las Vegas. So I went away to a private high school in Utah where I was able to ski. I've lived all over the United States because my husband was a systems engineer who did a lot of projects, that government projects, so you went where the contracts were. I have 2 children, 2 adult children, and 5 grandchildren.
Oh, wow, congratulations. That ought to keep you hopping.
It does.
Well, welcome to Group 29, Diane. Thank you for being our first to share. All right, let's go back and spin the wheel again, and let's see who is our next sharer. Alan/Drew. Drew, I will change that for our future ones, but Drew, you are up, my friend.
Not a problem. Hi, everyone. Great to meet you all. My name is Drew Sasser. I grew up in Southern California, born in Oregon, the state of Oregon. My district is MD4, L4, which we affectionately call the Mickey Mouse district because Disneyland, the original Disneyland, is in our district. So that's just a fun thing. But I've been a Lion for 30 years. Love everything about it. Fun things about me. Let's see. I am a promotional products distributor, actually licensed with Lions, and I do all this stuff for the Rose Parade. So if you know about the Tournament of Roses parade in Pasadena, California every year, I supply all the shirts and the hats and the pins and all that fun stuff for that. So that's what I do. And let's see, what else? I guess that's about it. I have 2 children and 4 grandchildren, and love every one of them.
That is awesome. Well, you're a handy guy to get to know if you are a promotional product supplier. That's fantastic.
I
Awesome.
do. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
And welcome to the group. All right, let's go back and see who is up next. Next up, we have Errol, I know you are here too. So let me unpin. You know, I'm spoiled rotten. I have a lot
Yes.
of run technology for me usually. So me running it is not by myself, is always a little wonky. Errol, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Again, nice to see you. I've been several times Burmester bar, it's a cocktail bar with Dale and you. It was very nice. I had very nice time. Waking up at in the morning, the Turkish time, at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. 02, and just to attend to your program. It was amazing. So my name is Errol Aydin. I'm blind for 14 years and living in Ankara, capital of Turkey, capital city of Turkey. And I'm professionalized expert on machining and cutting tools in industrial basis. This is a very specific job. CNC controlled machines and the tools, so it's very complicated. I have a daughter, only one daughter, princess. His name is Mira. My German friend says Myra. Russian says Mira. So glad to be here. I'm sure that we will have very good time together. This is a very nice group. I'm very happy to be attended and to join that. Thank you.
Errol, thank you so much. And thank you for getting up at that crazy hour to join the Burmester Virtual Bar.
Yeah,
That is,
you remember I played guitar and live music from Turkey.
That was fantastic and dedication.
Yeah, thank
awesome.
You.
Welcome to group 29.
Thank
you. All
you.
right, let's see who's next. Next up we have Lindy, who I also know is with us today. Lindy, are you? There you are. Let me spot you and you're up.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lindy van Wyk. I live in Sandton in Johannesburg in South Africa. I'm from District 410E. We've got 2 districts in our country, District 410E and District 410W. And our multiple district actually includes 3 other countries. My district includes Swazi, well, it's now called Eswatini and Lesotho. And District W includes Namibia as well. So I'm an enterprise architect at an insurance company. I work long hours. I just came here from work now. It's 7:18 in the evening now in Johannesburg. And I have one son, he's 25 years old. My claim to fame is my mom was the first female district governor in District 410E in 1999, 2000. And I'm the first daughter of a district governor in our district to also be a district governor next year. That's me.
Congratulations.
Lindy, that is so cool. Congratulations. And thank you for stepping up and carrying on the mantra and the job. That's phenomenal.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we have Neville. Just had to, actually, he's got to log in again. He was having some computer issues, sound issues. So let's do one more here while we wait for Neville to get back. Maria is here. So let's hear from you, Maria, about, there you are.
Yeah. Hi, I am Maria Herndon. I live in Calhoun, Colorado, which is part of MD6. My district is 6 Southeast. I am a retired software quality engineer. And in my retirement, I have decided to ranch. So I raise cattle and sell beef for either as a cow-calf operation or as food. So that's it.
Very cool. How long have you been a lion?
For 11 years. I got my 10-year little hanging, what's the hanging things called?
Chevron.
Chevron, that's it. I got my 10-year chevron last year.
Awesome. And did you say, you didn't say your name is Maria. You said something different, I think.
No, Maria Herndon.
Perfect.
Yep.
I thought I heard a little different. I'm like, I got the wrong name somehow. So cool.
No,
Welcome to the group. Excited
thank you.
to have you. All righty then, let's see. Oh, good. Neville's back and he's sorted. So Neville, your name actually came up when I went to share the screen a few moments ago. I'm going to ask you to unmute, and if you would like to share a little bit about yourself, that'd be awesome.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm Neville van Esberg, also from South Africa. I live in the beautiful world of the Western Cape, where Table Mountain is, for those who know Table Mountain. And we got the coast to the sea close. I'm 410W. And as Lindy was saying earlier, we also look after Namibia. And my professional work is I'm a rescue disaster first responder officer for the government. That's basically who I am, and yeah, and Lions is also a passion of mine because of my work in disasters. It's also nice always to do the humanitarian phase of that. We do the other side more of response. So that's me. Thank you.
Thank you, Neville, and welcome to the group. And thank you for all you do to keep your area safe. It's a really important job.
Thank you very much.
All righty, let's go back and let's see who our next lucky winner is going to be. I don't believe that Jimmy made it on the call, or did he? I don't think he did. We'll try again. I don't believe Scarlett made it today either, so we'll just keep going here. I could just have made you do it alphabetically, but I thought this was more fun. Dave is here, correct?
Yes, I am, Jody.
Awesome. Let's spotlight you and stop sharing my screen and spotlight you so we can learn more about you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lion Dave Listrishan from District C1, Alberta, Canada. We have 2 districts in our area, and I'm from the northernmost district where we have 89 clubs. And I live in the southernmost part of the district, and to get to our most northern clubs, it's about 960 miles one way. So it is quite a large district, but looking forward to the challenges. I am legally blind, so that's the reason for the hat, just to kind of shade my eyes from the extra light so I can actually see what's going on my screen. I have been legally blind for about the past 7 years, but continue to move on where I can in Lionism, and that has been sort of my devotion over the past 7 years is working with Lions, and just looking forward to learning and meeting everybody in person. Thank you.
Awesome. Dave, welcome to the group. We are here to support you and help you in any way we can to get you the tools you need. Please remind me if you need something in a different format so we can make sure that you're getting the info you need.
Can do. And one more thing, I will be putting a headlight on, so don't be alarmed if you see a bright light on my head. It's just to help me run.
Thank you for letting us know, and welcome. Excited to work with you this year. All righty then, we have a couple more to sort out here and learn from and hear from. Let's see who's next. Mine, you are up. Mine, we need you to unmute, please.
Okay.
There you are.
My name is Vinay Shahin. My son-in-law is here for translation.
Hello all.
Hello.
Hi.
Şöyle olsaydı.
Yok, konuşmacı siz. Evet. Siz Türkçe, ben İngilizce devam edeyim.
Evet.
Can you tell us where you're from?
Neredeniz?
I am from in Turkey, in Bursa.
Awesome. Something about yourself that's kind of fun.
Kendimizle ilgili komik bir husus.
Sana ver.
Önce Türkçesini alayım, ben İngilizce çevireyim.
Ben bir torun sahibiyim ve torunum 8 yaşına geldiğinde tek torununa diğer aktivitelere, hayatın diğer aktivitelerine katılmaya ve onunla hani ilgilenmem son olur diye düşünmüşken ikinci bir torun haberi geldi. Tabii bu benim hayatımın bir kısmını dolduracağını düşündüm. Ve çok farklı duygulara kapıldım o an için. Fakat torunum doğduktan sonra iyi ki doğmuş dedim. Hayatıma çok renk kattığını düşünüyorum. Ve zaman planlamasını yapmayı da bu arada öğrenmiş bulunuyorum.
I'm going to make a rather short translation. Until last year, when I had only one daughter and one granddaughter, to which I had to look after from time to time. I was happy because she grew up. She was like 8 or 9 years old last year. And I thought that my grandma mission is about to be over, so I can cope with the other difficulties of life and work more harder with lions. But then suddenly I learned that I'm going to have a second granddaughter. So my plan about working for lions and other new things collapsed. Now I'm still a grandmother of a granddaughter, which is the smallest one is almost 1 year old, and I'm going to try to do my best to work for lions in my remaining time.
Fantastic. Thank you. And I have to say that your language is beautiful, and I could listen to it all day, even though I don't understand a word of it. So thank you. And thank you to your son-in-law. Son-in-law, do you have a name?
Torunumuzun adı var mı?
Yes, Leyla.
Yok, sanırım sizin isminizi soruyorlar. Değerli tercümanımızın.
Tercüman.
I'm sorry, are you asking for my name?
Yes, please.
My name is Hulusi.
Can you say that again?
Hulusi.
Hulusi.
Yes, very cool.
Excellent. I'll try to say it properly, and thank you for being part of our team as well this year.
You're very welcome.
Excellent. All right, we're down to just a few more. Let's see how this goes. Hale, you are our next lucky speaker.
Hello. Hello to everyone. I'm Hale Alankuş from 118 Turkey. I live in Istanbul. I'm a dentist and the grandma of a baby girl. I have been a lion for over 10 years. And I have held many positions, both in my club and in my district. I'm an FDA instructor also, and I'm keen on learning. As a district, we are good at service, but we are struggling with membership issues. I'm glad to be with you all and looking forward to see you in St. Charles. Dear past council chair Jody, thank you for all your info and support so far. Thank you.
You are so welcome. and welcome to the group. It's exciting to have, we have such a wide variety of people. Welcome.
Thank you.
All righty, down to the last lucky 3. Who's it gonna be? Bruce, are you able to, I know you've been in and out a couple times, are you able to share at this point?
I believe I can. Okay, I am Bruce Steele. I'm from 9 Northeast, which is Iowa, in the northeast corner. A town called Denver, Iowa, and I'm sure you've heard of Denver being the Mile High city, but we're the Mile Wide city. So, just, I guess I have a small cutlery business here in town, and a small farm that I deal with, and I guess what I do for fun is I take care of our senior housing unit here in Denver, and piddle throughout town and just try to be helpful. I come out of the oil and gas business. I was in exploration or seismic testing, and for the last probably 10 years, I felt like I needed to spend more time with my grandchildren. So I do have 1 daughter and 3 grandchildren, 2 are in college and 1 in high school right now. And so I do have a daughter that's a lion, a son that is a Leo lion, and a grandson that is a Leo. And with lions, it's been a whirlwind for the last 8 years. We started putting in a lot of Leo clubs throughout our area, and it's been nothing but a joy. That's a little about me.
Thank you, Bruce. And that is so awesome. You have 3 generations of lions in your family. That is something that I hope we can all strive for in our own lives, because it's so cool to watch your kids thrive and serve and follow you along. So awesome. And welcome, Bruce. All right, we're down to the last lucky 2 on this before we move on to meet our GAT leaders. And Jason, you are next, my friend. Is Jason still here?
Yep, I'm still here. I'm just trying to juggle work and this at the same time.
Gotcha.
My name is Jason Radman. I'm from Williamsburg, Pennsylvania, in District 14L. I've been a lion for just about 6 years, and this is my 4th time going through the whole district governor program. I was a partner in service for my father-in-law in 1718 and again in 2021, and I am a partner in service this year for my wife, and then I'll be district governor next year.
Great.
We've already got our plans and everything in place. We're doing it as a 2-year chunk instead of a 1 year. Like Drew, we have our own business doing promotions and t-shirts, except we're on the East Coast. She's in the process of going through and getting her Lions license so we can do all the Lion stuff in this area. Other than that, I'm originally from Canada and now work in the US full time, and I'm a huge hockey fan.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jason, it's awesome to have you. We're going to adjust our schedule. We'll talk about that in a few minutes to hopefully help make this a little easier, especially on you that are still working and own your own businesses. So welcome to the group. All right, we have one last, but certainly not least. Let's see what this does. I don't think I've ever done this with just one person on it before. Hey, guess what? It's Denise. You get to go next.
And I'm upside down too. So do I get a prize?
Yes, you do. You get to be the one to close it out with a bang.
All righty. Okay. I'm again from MD6 in the state of Colorado, the United States. And Drew, I'm going to say 2 words to you, and I want to know if they strike a familiar tone in your head. And that is this Garden Grove, city of Garden Grove, which is right next door to Anaheim. I've spent 37 years there, actually 39 years as an instructor, an educator, and an administrator in the Garden Grove Unified School District. And when we retired, we moved here to Colorado. My husband grew up and was born in Pueblo, and had a great career as an educator, really thoroughly enjoyed it. And the last few years, I was involved with the Chamber of Commerce for Garden Grove, and eventually became the the president for the board of directors there. And that's how I found out all about lions. So when I retired, I said, hey, I've got time. So I joined here in Garden Grove, or here in Fort Collins, sorry about that. So anyhow, that's me. And I've been an lion for 7 years.
Awesome, awesome.
Can I say something, Jody?
Sure.
Yeah, my governor is from the Garden Grove Club, and his wife works for the Garden Grove School District.
Who is she? What's the name?
Linda Durand.
Oh, yes. I do know the names, yes.
Small world.
That's awesome.
Very, very small.
That's awesome.
Thank you, and it's
Sorry.
so cool. No, that's
one little extra story. Can I say one little short thing? We've traveled around, and we went to Istanbul, Turkey. And the morning we were there, went to breakfast. So we just started walking around Istanbul. Went up, found this cute little cafe. It was 2 stories up. So we walked up there, sat down. I love Diet Pepsi. So I asked the waiter, "Do you by chance have Diet Pepsi?" He goes, wait. So he's gone about, he leaves the table, he comes back in about 5 minutes, had an ice can Coke, ice cold can of Diet Pepsi. He says, here you go. And I go, did you have this in the
Fix your mask.
kitchen? He said, nope. We went down to the store, just 2 doors down, and we bought it for you to bring it here so you wouldn't be disappointed. So Istanbul is a great country, great city. Love it.
That is awesome. You know, and I just want to highlight, Denise, to me, what your story is something I hope we can replicate more of. The fact that you met and learned about lions through another volunteer opportunity and another partnership, basically, and now have not only joined Lions, but you're stepping into a head leadership role. So thank you for being an awesome example, and looking forward to working with you.
Me too.
All right, Diane, it looks like you have a question, and then we'll.
I just wanted to add, since I was the first one, I just wanted to add that I've been a lion for 30 years. My husband, 41 years. I am passionate about lions, and my theme will actually be passion never fails, because I believe if you're passionate about something, you cannot fail.
Oh, that's awesome. Nicely done. Well, that's our district governor-elects that are on the call today. The rest of our district governor-elects will get to know more as we come into our next sessions, because we have a lot of opportunities to work together and learn together this year. But there's other people on the call you may have noticed that we have not introduced yet. And those are some of our global area team leaders. In our group 29, we have about 12 of them, 12 or 15, I can't remember, different GAT leaders who are going to be supporting you as well during your training and learning this year. And I want to give them an opportunity for you to meet them and for them to share a little bit about themselves. So GAT leaders, I'm going to call your name, and then if you can share the area you support and something fun about yourself, that'd be awesome. So Zainab, let's start with you.
Thank you very much, PCC Jody. It's great to be in this group. I'm from Istanbul, Turkey. Hi, Dennis. And I'm an engineer by training. I was a district governor in 2018-19. And I'm an engineer by training, but I worked in construction of irrigation dams and roads, but I'm a really language, phonetic. So I'm trying to learn Spanish, French, and German. But recently, last 10 years, I'm really into Eastern languages. So I'm learning Japanese, and I started learning karate 7 years ago. I really love the movie Karate Kid, but I'm a karate auntie now. So I'm trying to be a karate aunt and just enjoying it. Great to be here. I wish a great year to all of our vice governors. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zainab. You are so awesome. I'm so excited to work with you as well this year in another project. We've been doing some of them along the way, which brings me to another lovely GAT leader who is from that neck of the woods, who does amazing things for New Voices. Amelia, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, Jody. Thank you for your invite. Hello, all DGEs. I'm coming from Central and Eastern Europe GAT area leaders team. I'm living in Bulgaria, which is a beautiful country in the central south part of Europe. And I have been a district governor in 2020, 2021. So we started with all the pandemic changes we went through. I'm so proud to serve as a New Voices Europe team member together with Zeynep, who is here. So we are passionate about that and hope you will spread the word and raise your voices and give also the opportunity to young Lions, Leos, and young members of our association to teach us, to train us, to learn from them. And I wish you all the best of luck and success. I hope our DGE Jaroslav Dobis from Slovakia will join your group, because I'm here to support him and wish success to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Anelia. And last but not least, my good friend, Richard Stevenson. How are you today, my friend? And how about you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Richard Stevenson, and I'm from Arizona, United States. And I have two district governor clients who will be joining you, I hope. They're not here today, from New Mexico. And I'll tell you a couple of fun. Well, first of all, let me tell you how excited I am to be here with you. I have had a smile on my face since I opened my computer, because it's such a joy. And as President Brian says, we have to find the joy in Lionism. It's such a joy to be here with all of you today. Thank you so much for being Lions. So a fun fact about me: when I was in college, I studied Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. And then I worked in the Pacific area, and then I studied Spanish. And with the exception of Zeynep, I don't think there's anyone here who can converse with me, nor can I converse with you in your languages, with the exception of the Canadians, who I have managed to study recently so I can speak to them. Thank you all for being here. And I won't see you in St. Charles, unfortunately, as a GAT area leader. I will miss out on that. So we'll see you in Boston. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Richard. And thank you to all three of the GAT leaders that were able to join us today. If any of you have anything to add, by the way, as we're moving along, please jump in. You bring a wealth of knowledge that we all really treasure. So please do share. Well, now that we got to know each other a little bit, let's go forward and let's take a look at, let me do a quick share for you all. I did email to you earlier this year an overview of, in theory, it's going to just drop this in there, or maybe not. Oh, some days technology is not my friend. All right, well, I did email this to all of you, and we'll see if we can just share this and see if it works here. The overview of what we're going to be doing this year as part of our District Governor-elect program. I wanted to highlight a couple of areas as we go through. Your training actually started July 1, basically. And I hope that you've all heard something from your multiple district trainer, multiple district GLT coordinator, who will be coordinating a lot of your training for District Governor-elect. You should reach out to them if you have not heard from them yet. You each have a unique district governor, or I'm sorry, multiple district global leadership team coordinator for each of the multiple districts. So please do reach out to them. August was kind of a quiet month. We're getting together here in September, and you should also be hearing from your GAT leaders very soon, if you haven't done so already, to join in on regular meetings with Lions in your own region. Then we've got these online assignments we're going to talk more about in a moment, but I want to jump here to October, because October is a very important time. In October, you're going to be getting information about how to register for the DGE school in St. Charles. That is days 1 through 3. That's going to be held February 7th through the 9th of 2023 in St. Charles, USA. I am going to stress this. I can't stress this enough. In order to get into the United States, it's important that if you need a visa, that you apply for it as soon as possible with whatever documentation you need, and get the application in. in order to make sure that you get approval in time to come to the US for February. It doesn't take a lot of time, I believe, but you do have to sit and wait sometimes before you get approved. So please do get your visa filled in, or your visa application submitted. Also coming in October is another really important piece. You're going to be getting an email, and it'll be coming from me, talking about a leadership assessment, the Head, Heart, and Guts leadership assessment. And that is a tool that you will go through and take this survey. By completing the survey, then you'll get an analysis of your own leadership style and some suggestions on how you can grow and improve different parts of your leadership, your own leadership skills, which is so important. Ongoing learning is such an important part of being a good Lion leader and just a leader as a whole. In November, we're going to get together again, but there's also going to be getting your pre-assignment booklet for the seminar that'll be coming up to get you some work. In January, we're going to register for the International Convention. Then we're going to be together in February. You're going to work on planning. We're going to get all the way through to May and June, and you'll have a few more learning assignments. And then we're going to get together in July in Boston, USA. And I don't know how this works. Maybe some of you from overseas can help me with this, but I think you may have to get another visa to come back in July also. So you'll want to be applying for that, and maybe you can apply for both at the same time. That will depend on your local jurisdiction. So I also just want to go through, there's 7 whole pages of this, so we're not going to go through all of this, but you will be having, as I mentioned earlier, your multiple district training for first vice district governors. That will be led by your multiple district global leadership team coordinator, and it's going to include a number of pre-assignments and also interactive sessions. I'm highlighting just the fact for you all that none of the curriculum overlaps with one another. The curriculum you're going to be trained on by your group, your GLT coordinator, your GAT leader, and by myself, your group leader for group 29, all work together, but they're all different. So it's really important that you keep up with all of these trainings in order to best prepare yourself for your role. I'm going to keep scrolling here. We've got our time together. We're going to be meeting in September, November, and January. And in November, there's going to be a pre-assignment that you're going to be receiving that's going to help you in your planning for next year. And I believe it's going to be focused on more service projects. We go through, and here's the different topics we're going to be teaching when we get together. Your leadership assessment. There's all kinds of fun things in this file. So I will be sharing that with you again as a follow-up to this call to make sure you all have it. I apologize to not be able to share it in the chat window, but along with this, I will also be sharing the recording with all of you so you can access this again if you would like. So you'll get this document, the DGE program overview, coming out for you again in an email following this call. Any questions on the training that you're going to be getting this year? If you aren't able to attend a session, and whether it be your global action team session, one of these sessions, or with your multiple district GLT, please let the person who's leading that call know in advance so that they can best be prepared and make sure that you, again, get all the follow-up materials you need to be successful. I do want to go back and highlight the first round of online leadership training that we provided to you, and let's make sure that this is going to share the right course for you. You should be seeing phase 1 of the Lions Learning Center courses. I sent you all an email on September 12th about this. You're going to be working through these courses between now and the end of January. And it should say January 2023. I apologize, I missed updating that. So the courses you're going to work on are about selecting your team, going through what the district ebook is, which hopefully many of you are already familiar with, working you through an initial goal setting session, an introduction to SWOT analysis. And SWOT analysis is really, it stands for looking at your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And then the last 2 sessions are on delegation and an overview to the global membership approach, which is also known as GMA and is being rolled out this year on a global basis. Those courses are to be completed by January 31st. A couple of words of advice. Do not procrastinate. I know today is September 19th, and it seems like January 31st is a long time away. But here's the reality. You're going to find out very quickly that things start to go faster and faster, with more people wanting more of your time and more of your talent as your year goes on. So by going through these courses now, it will help you set you up for success, and also make it easier for you as time goes on to make sure you stay on top of all your coursework. The other thing I'm going to recommend is we all come from different districts. Each of our districts is unique. You, as you're going through these courses, may be already familiar with some of these concepts, but you really need to think about applying these concepts to your own district and your own district situation. You may look at things differently as a district leader than when you're looking at these leadership training topics than you have before. So make sure to apply the concepts to your own district situation. Has anyone had any time to, I know a number of you have logged in. Have any of you gone through any of the assignments at this point? And you'd like to share any of your results with that? Looks like Diane has gone through some. Diane? You're muted, my friend.
I did finish it and I thought it was very helpful. I'll probably go over it again as time goes on.
Excellent. Anyone else? Go ahead, Drew.
I finished.
I actually
Go.
passed the class
Sorry.
yet. Via my governor, we've discussed this numerous times, and in fact, had a SWOT analysis with our entire district, and phenomenal. And I tell you, if you haven't done this yet, do it. I'm now trying to figure out how I can get the clubs, all the clubs in the area to do it, because what we found out from via our district was absolutely, it gave us a complete path of how to run our next 3 years and get them exactly what they want to become better Lions. So I'm very excited about this whole process, and I can't wait to move forward. So it's neat.
That's awesome, Drew. Thank you for sharing that. The global membership approach is truly has the opportunity and the ability to change our world and change our Lions world and allow us all to serve more and serve better and meet the needs of our members and communities. So that's awesome feedback. How about you, Lindy?
Thanks, Jody. I haven't finished it yet. I've been through, I'm just over halfway. I was district GLT for 3 years, and last year I was multiple district GLT. So a lot of these concepts are familiar to me, but I must say the way this was presented, and especially like you say, seeing it from an incoming district governor perspective, it's really amazing. It really made a huge difference, and it's made me excited about the journey, because I really loved the content. And in our district, we kicked off a Strengthen 410E initiative just before the GMA was launched. So in our district, the first vice governor is responsible for that portfolio. So I'm working on that this year. We're responsible to implement and roll it out to the clubs. And we've actually already started seeing, last year was our 3rd year running the initiative, and it was the first year that we had a growth in our district for many years, for about over 5 or 6 years. So it definitely works.
That's fantastic. Congratulations on all your efforts and seeing it pay off. I mean, the global membership approach of build a team, build a vision, create a plan, and share the success it sounds so simple. How we haven't been there before is hard for me to understand sometimes. So it's exciting to hear that it's working, and we've seen it working in the US and Canada, and now seeing it roll out to the globe is so fantastic. So thank you for sharing that. And thank you for all your efforts in getting it rolled out in your district.
Thank you. Yes, we were actually in one of the pilot countries to roll it out.
Awesome. As Richard mentioned, that the global action teams are going to be rolling out the GMA for clubs in the very near future. There is a web page already out there for clubs that are interested, and we can talk more about GMA at a later date because I could go on about it for days and days and days. But I will join you in as many of your GAT calls as I can to hear how it's going in your area. So anyone else have anything on the assignments at this point? Errol.
Yes, Jody. I assigned goal setting during the weekend. I finished the course, and 1 week ago there was a council cabinet in Izmir, one of the city on the west side of Turkey. It was very, very effective time for us too, because wonderful presentation made by PCC Daniel Kubin, who nominated as an international director from Turkey, MD 118. He focused us and reflected a projective presentation about 10 years of Turkish Lions history. Yes, it was amazing. Probably, maybe I will present a part of this during our courses in St. Charles. This is very, very interesting of Turkish Lions in 10 years. The structure and the bridges from the last and the future. So it is very interesting.
Excellent. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. So
thank you.
We're going to move on to the next session and talk about how we get together and how we're going to communicate. But before we do that, I did not mention at the beginning of this, my sole job this year is to make you all the best district governors you can be. And to do that, I'm here to support you in whatever it is you need. So as you're working through your courses, as you're running across challenges in your district, please reach out. Reach out via email, via phone, via WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp group we're going to talk about in a minute is a great opportunity. We're all here to support and learn from one another. And if you are running across challenges and don't reach out, you're missing out on getting some different perspective from different parts of the world that might come in handy and look at things a little differently than you have in the past. That's one of the best benefits of us doing these groups like this, because each of our areas does operate differently. So by learning from one another and seeing how others operate, we can take ideas and apply them to our local areas that we may never have come up with on our own. So please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or any other person on this call if you need any assistance in any way, shape, or form. All right, speaking of communication is WhatsApp and WhatsApp. We're gonna have a little tech talk, I'm gonna call it now. And it sounds like a number of you have been around the block with technology, so I think we'll be okay, but I don't wanna leave anyone behind. Some people are not techies, and we're working hard to keep this as easy as possible for those of you who aren't, so you can get involved and communicate and have this interaction in this networking. So first and foremost, let's talk about emails. Emails, emails, emails. I mentioned earlier that you are going to start getting you already are, quite honestly, receiving a lot of emails. They come from a lot of different sources, a lot of different email addresses. On the screen right now, I have a list of the email addresses that you should add to your inbox, your email, accepted emails. And these are ones that are going to be coming from First Vice President Patty Hill, and there's 2 of them from her that you'll see. The GAT, gat@roar.lionsclubs.org, my email address, which I think you all already have. The second to the last one is an important one, and Wendy Cermak is our group's support member from the leadership team at Lions Clubs International. So as we work through this process, you may have received emails from Wendy, or you will see her CC'd on things, and that she is our LCI, Lions Clubs International support person. And the last, and certainly not the least, is your GAT area leader. make sure that you have your GAT area leader's email address in your system so that you can get all those important communications from them. And please check your email often and respond as requested. I know that in my area here with you is we have 27 people, 22 of them right now because 5 are not yet named. To chase down 22 of you who haven't responded to an email is a lot of work. And it's not that any of us minds putting that work in, but we could so much better spend our time doing other leadership training and working with you in other ways and tracing you down to try to find out if you're coming to a meeting or how you're doing on an assignment. So please make sure to respond as requested on each individual email. And note that this is ongoing. Emails will be coming out on a regular basis or irregular basis as the case may be. You'll be getting them from VP Brian, or I'm sorry, International President Brian, VP Patty, PID Elizabeth Hatterer, who is the chair of the District Governor-elect School, and all those other people we just listed. So make sure that you are checking your email often. And with that, any questions on emails? Because emails. If it doesn't make sense to you or what we're asking doesn't make sense, again, please reach out. We try to be as clear as we can in our emails and our requests, but sometimes the best laid plans go awry, shall we say. So if you have a challenge or aren't understanding, please reach out and make sure that we've got you what you need. Let's go on to talk about our group meetings. So I've already mentioned that our challenges with our time zones make it interesting to be able to schedule a meeting. And the weekdays seem to make sense until I received emails from a good portion of our members who are still working and cannot take the lunch hour, which it is in the US and Canada, basically off from work. So I am proposing, and actually we are changing, I already sent you some email or meeting dates, but please note, our November meeting is moving back one day from that Monday. We are now going to be meeting on November 20th, which is a Sunday. We'll keep the time the same in order to try and keep everything balanced for everyone and make sure that we aren't making people get up in the middle of the night. But we're going to move it back to Sunday, November 20th. And then our January session will be Sunday, January 15. That's 1-5. For those of you who already registered, I did update the link earlier today, and you should have received notification of that so you can change it on your calendar. I will put this all in the follow-up email to all of you so it will get out to everyone so you have it in writing as well. But in order to try to get as many of our people possible to be able to participate, we need to move to Sundays, essentially from noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. And Central Time is Chicago time. We'll keep everything in the Chicago time zone as far as the times we list. And I will also have you note that our November meeting, for those of you who are calling in from outside of the US, our November session will be at a different time for you because we have this thing called daylight savings time, and it goofs everybody up. So right now, I believe we're at GMT -6, and we're moving to GMT -5 for November and January. I can't keep track of my own time zone half the time anymore because I'm so busy trying to juggle everyone else's. So if it's confusing, I apologize, but we'll get through it all together. I'll send that out in the link as well, and hopefully with a screenshot so you can see how it all looks on Time Buddies. Any questions on our next meetings, dates, and times?
I just had a question, Jody. I didn't understand what you were saying about the -5 or whatever that was.
Oh, so for you US and Canada people, there's this whole thing called GMT that that most parts of the world use that explain how far difference you are off of Greenwich Mean Time. So it's GMT plus or minus X number of hours. And so that's what it is. So thank you for asking, Drew. Awesome. Anything else? Anelia, that is a great point in the chat window. Please check your spam folder on a fairly regular basis. A lot of the emails that come out of Lions Clubs International are sent via a software, via a program, and it will get thrown into your spam folder. So please check your spam folder. I also, depending on the emails, may be re-forwarding and sharing the same email with you again, just to try to make sure that everyone's getting those, and so that you aren't missing out on anything important. So there will be duplication, unfortunately, but it's the only way I could find last year to balance it out and make sure everyone got those emails, because a lot were ending up in spam folders as they kept changing email addresses and adding new ones. All right, that's our meeting dates and times. I have one other really important piece to share with you all before we kind of wrap things up with some Q&A. But let's talk about WhatsApp. How many of you are comfortable using WhatsApp already? WhatsApp, let me explain to those of you who aren't familiar with WhatsApp. WhatsApp is not a social media platform. It's not like Facebook or Instagram or any of the social media platforms. It's actually a secure global communication tool that lets us stay in contact with each other, even though we're across the globe. It's free. It doesn't require any sort of, you basically just need to accept the link and the invite that I'm going to drop in the chat. A number of you have already done so. This is the WhatsApp invite. That is the invite link. And I'm going to share the screen here with you. That doesn't look right. Hold on a second. It didn't like the link. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this to share it better. Let me share the screen and then I'll share this with you. I wanted to show you what WhatsApp looks like for those of you who are not familiar with WhatsApp. And it truly is a secure medium. You don't have to worry about anyone seeing our information. It is secure at a level that many other platforms are not. You can see that we've got a number of people that have already joined our group and have been popping little notes in. It's a great spot to just ask a question. You know, I'm having a hard time getting zone chairs. What are you doing? I'd like to hear more about what you're doing with GMA, whatever the point might be. Neville, I'm glad you got in. It looks like you were having a trouble getting in. I didn't catch that before. So it's a very simple application to use. I'm going to copy the link out of here again, because it did not like the one I just copied. And I'll share this back in the chat window with you all. The benefit, so we will be using WhatsApp for our informal communications in order to make sure everyone can participate. If you have problems logging into WhatsApp or creating an account, please reach out to me separately and I will help you get you set up as best I can. I learned WhatsApp about 2 years ago and find it incredibly helpful in communicating not only with friends from across the globe, but also here in the US, because it's very trustworthy and easy to share documents and photos and any other number of things. So questions on WhatsApp and what we're doing with it?
I have a question. The link itself, does that bring us to our group?
Yes, that is
So,
the link I gave you is an invitation to our WhatsApp group 29.
okay, if I already have the link on my if I already have the link on my phone, how do I copy and paste that?
You already have the link on your phone.
I already have the app on my phone. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll email you the invite again. I think if you click on the chat window right now, it should open. By the way, you can have WhatsApp on 2 different devices at a time. So you can have it on your phone and on your desktop or your laptop or your tablet, whatever it is. And it will let you log in with both of those. Any luck, Drew?
I have it up. I'm just not sure how to get to that link. I don't know how to type it in.
I will actually, Drew, I'm going to add this link back into the follow-up email for you all again as well. And you should be able to click on it then and easily join if you can't make it work right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No worries. Any other questions on WhatsApp?
Did you, one more question. Did you send the link? Does it come to the WhatsApp itself?
No,
you're-
the link is, I sent the link via an email.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Sometime, I don't have that email in front of me, so I don't have the exact date right now, sorry.
I do. Let me look. Thank you.
While you're doing that, we're open now just for questions and answers at this point. What are your concerns? What are you excited about? I heard some great excitement earlier, which makes my heart happy because, as many will tell you, I'm a very excitable person, and hearing your joy and what you're doing brings such joy to the GAT. Look at our GAT leaders as well. Brings such joy to all of us. It's just fantastic and it's contagious. So what questions might you have for us? Let's see if we can stump the GAT leaders.
I don't have a question, but I just wanted to say, Richard, thank you for your Facebook post stuff. I follow your page, and it's quite interesting to watch and listen to the responses. I think it's kind of amusing sometimes the way people respond to things. You can definitely see those who have been a lion and are aging out, excuse the language, and those who are not, because they just don't get that organizations and businesses have to rebrand on a regular basis. And for us to continue to grow, we have to appeal to those of the younger generation at some level. And they forget that, I guess. So we get locked into tradition so much.
I agree. It's nice to see Richard's face and knowing who I've seen on the global thing a lot. The name with the face.
Richard, where are you? Richard, why don't you talk to us about what the Global Alliance Forum is? Because I was going to bring that up a little later, but this is perfect.
We are the Rebel Alliance. We are the revolution. It's a group of about 15 of us, including Jody, who've just kind of gotten together. We formed 5 years ago, and in October at the Burmeister Virtual Bar, we're going to have our 5-year birthday party. We formed in response to us trying to start a cyber specialty branch, only to discover that it was against the law and we were going to all be put in Lions jail if we went ahead with it. So we decided that we needed to get other like-minded Lions who wanted to see change together. And we now have over 15,000 people. One fellow said the other day, it's interesting with the diversity you have. And how did you get this diversity? And we said, well, we weren't out to get diversity. We were just out to get the best people we could find. And we ended up with the team we have. It's a fun group. We have a lot of fun together. We had, I think, 4 or 5 of us were speakers at the Canada USA Forum. So, and we have Daniel Marnie Elkins, and we had Star Trek. If you saw the photo to that was fun. So we're on the Facebook group. Join us, join in, ask questions, make comments. We'd love to have you. And I just want to say 2 things, Jody, before I give the microphone back, because as you know, I got the microphone now. Number 1, you are going to have such fun for the next 2 or 3 years. This training is fun. It's fun to be online. It's fun to do the courses. And the second thing is, and have that fun. And the second thing is, you've got a whole bunch of people behind you who want to see you succeed. So don't be afraid to reach out to anybody at any time, even on the Global Alliance Forum. We all want success. So good luck to you all. Thank you for the opportunity. Here's your microphone back.
Thank you, Richard. You're awesome. Drew, I see your hand up first, and then Denise is next. Oops.
I'm sorry, I like to talk a lot, but no, you know what? I'm just excited because in our Regional Leadership Institute, when we did it a year and a half ago or so, we dubbed ourselves the Agents of Change. And we actually have a shirt and everything, and a logo for the whole thing. But you know what? We really decided at that point, and I didn't know that that's what your group was about, Richard. But I'm really excited about it now. But we realized at that point that for us to succeed, for the Lions to succeed in the future, we have to change. We have to be the agents of change in our district, and our governors and our governor-elects and our governor, seconds and all those coming up have to be looking at the future of change. It has to be that. And if we don't do that, we will fall behind and we will not exist in 10 years. As we were told by a speaker at the USA Canada Forum last year in Des Moines. And when she asked 1,600 people, how many of you in this room were born after 1980? And there was about 6 hands in the room of 1,600. And she said, at that rate, in 10 years, you will not exist. And I was like, oh my gosh, this has to change. So that's the mission I'm on, and I'm with you guys. Let's do it.
Awesome. Denise.
Yes, from my educator background, I have to ask these various things. I've heard deadlines like my DG talking about had to turn in my goals to, LCI things. What does have to be turned into LCI, and are there instructions? I've not looked at the website yet, but are instructions on how we do it? Are there special forms? Just what exactly do we have to turn into LCI in our next year and a half?
Denise, that is an awesome question, and I'm going to answer it like any good politician would. A lot of things, and we'll be sharing them with you on a need-to-know basis. No, actually, the reality is the way International has designed this program is, because it's a very comprehensive, is to give you the overview, which was on that PDF I shared earlier that's got some of the deadlines, but then to roll it out piece by piece so as not to overwhelm all of you with the amount of information and what's being shared. So your goals, we will start talking about. I believe goals are on the docket for January, or maybe when we're together in St. Charles. I can't remember when, but all of it will become clear as we move along. Right now, as you're working through, we know the goal of January 31st to finish all of your initial online assignments. We know in October, you're going to get that Head, Heart, and Guts leadership assessment that you'll need to complete. And I think those are the only solid goals we have or timeline deadlines we have for you right now. The rest will be coming out.
So the timelines you'll be sending out to us on,
yes.
Okay, don't forget in a month this is due, don't forget by January something this is due, and that.
So what'll happen is it comes to me in segments as well. We have that general overview PDF. And then as each segment comes live, you're going to get an email from me, and it will include any deadlines and any materials and any that's due and where it's due to. So as you receive it, I suggest you put those deadlines on your calendars, because keeping a clean calendar is really important and becomes even more important as you're visiting more and more clubs and trying to balance the rest of your world along with your governor role. So making sure you put those on the calendar at that time to help keep you on track. And I will be reaching out to each of you. If you're falling behind on the timeline or you miss a deadline, I'll be reminding you, hey, if you didn't get this done yet, deadline's coming up soon. And then I'll be reaching out individually to you as well as need be to see what challenges you're facing that might be holding you back in order to get you through the program.
Thank you very much.
Sure. How about Diane? You have a question.
Yeah, just a quick one. All the work that we do, it goes directly to you when we complete it?
Well, I have access. Let me see if I can answer that right. When you take your courses on the Lions Learning Center and any of the other courses, I have access to check that you've taken a course and how much of a course you've completed in the Lions Learning Center. So I do monitor that very closely as the year goes on. I looked at it a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't been there yet. I will reach out to you on a fairly regular basis and just say, hey, how's it going? And you'll see a PS on a lot of my emails to you saying how your course is coming along, just as a soft reminder to get them done. But they are, that's the way I get access to them. At times, as we prepare for DGE school, I will ask you to send an email back with your specific response. And at that point, then I will be looking for an email from you and we'll follow up with you from there. So other than that, that's my main ways of being able to keep track of, if you will. I do keep a giant spreadsheet with everything I send out to you all and the dates and who's responded and when you respond and all of those things in order for me to stay on track and make sure I'm supporting you the best I can and that getting you all the information you need. So that's part of the excitement of being a group leader.
Thank you.
Sure. Any other questions? Any other comments from our GAT leaders that would like to say anything? Any words of wisdom from you? Xenia?
Yeah, maybe I could add that this movement of change. And, you know, in Europe, of course, we have the New Voices Team Europe, which I serve together with area leader PDG and Elia. And I think that's New Voices in Europe is trying to be that place where younger generations really find a place to speak up and are supported. So that's our area of trying to make a difference. But, you know, we really support every movement, every action, which gives, you know, supports Leos, younger lions, women as well. Thank you.
Excellent. Anelia, did you have any comments?
I would like to share, thank you, Richard, for sharing New Voices logo. I would like to give you a piece of advice. Follow your senses, be yourself, try to visit as much clubs as possible before you start your year as a district governors. You have to know your teams and your fellows in order to choose the best ones for your team, and don't pick those who you consider friends, but those who will do the job for you. And together with your team, you will succeed. Make it fun, enjoy, learn, and you will be successful. Whatever happens, you have your fellow lions to support you. Also rely on us as your supporters. So good luck and success to all of you.
Awesome. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hold on, Richard. Richard, go ahead, Richard. And then Errol, you're up after Richard.
I would recommend that you start building your team now. And if you know data download, you can start reaching out to various people that you do not know yet in your district. As you do your SWOT analysis, you're going to want a whole bunch of input from people you haven't met yet, because those are the opinions you haven't heard yet. So start getting to know everyone in your district and reaching out. You don't have to choose them to be on your GAT team or your zone chairs, but you would like to hear from everybody.
Excellent point, Richard. How about Errol? I'm gonna follow up on that in a second with some information on how you can get some more information from Lions Clubs International that'll help you find those leaders. But Errol, why don't you go ahead while I pull that information up? What can we help you with today?
I didn't catch, sorry, Jody.
Did you have a question or a comment?
Yeah, I have a comment. There's a European Forum next month in Zagreb, as I mentioned before. Just after a few minutes from your email, Elizabeth sent us an email also to share, to come, to invite us to Zagreb. It is very good, if possible, any of us from the group to join European Forum would be very profitable for the Lions and meet there.
The forums are fantastic, and I think, yeah, it would be awesome if others could attend as well. Very cool. Dave, did you have something for us?
Yes, I just wanted to expand on what Amelia had mentioned as well. And I'm kind of in the same boat as Jason, where I'm following my spouse in her footsteps as she is the current district governor. And the importance of going out and visiting clubs. Being with her on some of our visitations, we've seen some clubs that haven't seen a district governor in 6 to 7 years. and they have basically felt forgotten. And those are their words, that, you know, LCI or the district has forgotten about us. So it's very important to get out there, especially to the clubs in the far reaches that maybe people haven't gone to see in the past, and get out there and visit those clubs, because they are as important as the ones that are in the cities and you know, our bigger communities. So just you know, we're going to be concentrating on that in our district, and really looking forward to it.
Dave, that is a really, really nice follow-up on Amelia's comments. I will tell you that as your district governor team all have the ability to be perform an official visit to any club in your district. It's up to your district leadership team, meaning your district governor and you as vice district governors, to work on what that plan means, to ensure that every club gets visited every year, because they do feel left out. They don't feel like they're part of the group any longer. And then that's when they start to say, why do we pay dues? Why are we involved? Why they don't care about us? Why should we care about them? There's no benefit to them. So I think that's a really, really important point. And I'm glad that you highlighted that, Dave, because I think it happened a lot, especially with COVID, with a lot of people weren't getting out and about and reenacting club visits this year, and is even more important than ever. I did, as a follow-up to what Richard was talking about, looking for leaders for this next year and building your team. There is something called, and I apologize, my copy and paste didn't work again very well on that first part of the email, but there's something called a district leadership report. Essentially, your district governor can request that from Lions Clubs International, and I've got the email address in the chat window there, of district administration at lionsclubs.org. I will add this, by the way, to the email that's coming out, so you can just click on it. But your district governor can request this district leadership report. It includes the last 5 years of leadership history in your district. That means you'll see who's been president of clubs, who might be a new zone chair for you. You'll see who's been a zone chair and how long they've been a zone chair. All of those pieces come out in one report. It is a vital piece of information for you as you're coming up and looking to build your team, as it will allow you to go ahead and start finding potential new zone chairs, identifying new potential leaders that may or may not have been reached out to in the past. You might have some zone chairs out there from the past zone chairs who would be willing to step up as district governor, but no one's asked. So they haven't put their name in as district governor. So if you're looking for second vice district governor candidates or whomever that might be. And Richard, you are correct. Two things that Richard points out. First of all, the data download from MyLCI allows you to sort data in MyLCI and create it into one spreadsheet. That is above and beyond. You can sort data and download data by title, by club, by any number of characterizations. The only people in your district who have the ability to do that data download are your current district governor, your district cabinet secretary or secretary treasurer, however you use that role, and the district administrator. Those three individuals have the ability to do a data download and can help you as well. District guests don't have the ability to do a data download. I know. It's all based on rights and responsibilities. And as a district guest, you just don't have you're not quite there yet. And actually, in all fairness, in that system is very much title driven. And LCI is very protective of our personal data. So that is why they restrict access to those data downloads. And that's why it's not so easy to get your hands on necessarily, is to protect the access to people's personal information. One other piece that Richard added into there is that as you do your district SWOT analysis, you need input from all of your clubs. So as you're looking to do your SWOT analysis in your district, if you haven't done so already, how are you going to get that information? Are you going to use your zone chairs and a zone meeting? Are you going to use a region meeting? Are you going to use some sort of online survey tool? Are you going to go out and do that at every one of your club visits? How are you going to get that information from your clubs? Because as Drew said, getting that information in allows you to build a plan. You have a roadmap in front of you. You just have to put the pieces together at that point. Yes, area leaders, GAD area leaders are also excited to help out with all of these pieces. So other questions, go ahead, Richard.
Your GAT area leader would be more than happy to do a data download for you, as I am more than happy to do that. And I have been able to provide to my district governors all the members who are under the age of 40. And all the members who have listed finance or accounting as their employment profession. There are little twists you can get. If you're looking for a treasurer, that's important to know. If you want younger input, you know, there may be somebody sitting in the back of the room or not even attending meetings who's under 40, but has some opinions why they're not attending meetings. That's a good person to have on your team for your SWOT analysis.
Richard, I love those applications. That's fantastic. Great input. Any other questions or comments from everybody today? Are you fired up? Are you excited? Because I tell you what, I am so excited for all of you. And we touch on this a couple of times, especially here at the end. Change is the key. Whether we like change or not, it's going to happen. So we need to plan for it, recognize what's going on, identify what's going on, so we can build that successful plan. And I've been doing this for almost 30 years with Lions. And during that time, I've heard why all the time, we can't, because those old guys are not going to change. And no offense to any old guys in the crowd, but that's what I hear all the time. The reality is, you can teach an old dog new tricks. And I'm going to show you something that makes me smile every time I see it. You can teach an old dog new tricks, back to hula hooping, from the 50s to what hula hoopers today are doing, to an old dog hula hooping. We have the ability to teach those old dog new tricks if we're willing to put that plan together, show and have a vision, and get buy into that vision, so that people get on board so they can serve better. Because all of us joined to serve. We didn't join to go to more meetings. We joined to make the world a better place. Our jobs as district leaders and beyond is to help the clubs get to that spot. That's really all it is. Bring in good people that are going to help the clubs better serve their members' needs and their community needs. And I have to tell you, it's going to be an exciting year, and it's going to get crazy. And you're going to get frustrated, and that's okay. That's part of the learning curve. We are truly here to support you. I think it was Richard that said there's a whole team behind you. We want you to succeed, and we will do anything in our power to help you succeed. But it all starts with you. We can only do so much. Your commitment to your training program is the key to your success right now, because it's not just the materials we're sharing and the curriculum we're sharing. It's the interaction and learning from one another. So exciting, fun stuff. That's what I got for you guys today. And hopefully you had a little fun today. Hopefully you learned a little bit, and you're even more excited for what's to come, because it's going to be fun, guys, and it's going to be one heck of a ride. And the journey continues not only this year, but next year and beyond. So enjoy the ride. Take control of the ride, put some more gas in your engine, and let's go, people. Thank you all for being here today. Thanks for taking your time during the weekday. And thank you for all you're doing for your area and beyond, because your service is vitally important to the future of this association. So with that, have a great great week. I guess it's Monday. Have a fantastic week. And let me know if I can be of any assistance. Let your leadership GAT team know, and we'll see you on WhatsApp and beyond.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you all.
Goodbye.
Bye. Take care.
Goodbye.
Have a great year.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice week. Bye.
Bye.